Is it still foggy out there or not too bad? Yeah. Yeah. I know. This weather's just been crazy gray. So we're gonna try and find some internal sunshine today. So close your eyes. I know you've been hurrying around, so just settle in. Turn to your breath and take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And then imagine sun shining on your face, your head, your shoulders, warming you. If you can even feel the sunshine using your imagination. Maybe turn on a little tiny smile and see if that doesn't help you find the sunshine. Even imagine the color yellow, orange, red. And feel the sun on your chest, penetrating into your heart space, your lungs, warming the breath and the blood to send out to the extremities. Please bring hands to heart center. Basking in the sunlight, even if it is just internal sunlight, we're much better able to notice that we're always surrounded by grace and love. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and stretch your legs out long. Just bring your right ankle over your left thigh. Just going to do a little foot love. So interlace your fingers through your toes. Notice how warm they are. Mine feel a little chilly, even though I tried to warm them. And just kind of see how your feet are this morning. Gonna move the toes forward and back. And then I've been doing this lately. I'm gonna just grab my big toe with my opposite hand and then move it forward and back. Feels really good. Kind of pull out. This serves 2 purposes. You're opening your hip right now too. Notice that? Good, now switch. Ooh, that one feels better. Just notice the difference. And switch. Place the fingers. One side always feels harder, I know. You can't get your fingers in between. I always have to kind of help them, but normal. I know. I never used to be able to do this at all. like the big toe thing, you can do that. Good. And then unwind. You can either recross your legs or keep them straight, I don't care. And bring your arms out to a T. Just feel your spine nice and long, your core engaged. And then reach your right hand across, maybe all the way to your left hand, and pretend like you're pulling up your sleeve and come back across. And do that the other way. You'll feel a twist. Good. Now this time, reaching across, just use that the hand that you're reaching towards and hook the arm. Get a little shoulder stretch going. And then unwind, and we'll do it the other way. So the hand you're reaching towards, just hook your arm. Feel nice long side body. Good. And then back to T. And now just inner spiral your right arm and outer spiral your left. And then switch. Start with the shoulder and just kind of notice what's going on in there. One more time each side. Good. And then both palms forward. Stretch your arms up. Twist to your right. Just breathe. I forgot to start my. Good. Come back to center and switch. And unwind. Come off your blankets if you're on. Bring your feet in front of you. Grab behind your knees, lengthen up, and come up to a Navasana, whatever works for you. So early in the practice, stretch your arms if you can. Bring them a little wider. Reach your left hand towards your right. Keep tall and switch. And come on in. And come on down. Stretch your legs out long now. And step your hands back and either turn the fingers out or towards you, but make sure they're nice and wide. And then just lift your heart. Make a big curve in your low back. Stretch out your wrists by straightening the arms. Broaden your clavicles. Good. If you're really feeling it, you can lift your bum up. And lower down. Bend your knees again, scooch forward a little bit and come down to your backs. And bring your arms to a T. And stretch your feet up towards the ceiling. And just alternate bend and flex your feet. Now pause, think neutral spine, engage the core, extend your left leg down to the floor. See if you can keep that neutral spine. You might have to move the top leg away a little bit. And then you're just gonna roll to your left hip, bring the right foot toward your left hand. Stay for a couple breaths. And then come on back to center. Switch legs and bring left foot towards right hand. It's okay to bring your left hip up. You're on your right hip. And then come on up and switch again. And bring it across. Notice your shoulders. See if you can keep them grounded. And come on up. Switch again. Keep that neutral spine. And come on up. Switch again. Go a little faster. Come back up. Switch. These crossovers are good for our brain. One more time to the left side and to the right. Good. Pause with both feet up and just hug your knees in. You can roll around a little bit if that feels good. Just loosening up your back. And then grabbing your shins, roll up to seated. And come on to all fours. And move through some cow and cat. Breathing through it, noticing how your back feels, really focusing in to make sure you stretch out low, middle, and upper back. Good. And then pause. You can bring your hands forward just slightly. Extend your right arm. And then thread it underneath, or thread the needle. And then if you want to, extend your left leg out to the side so that maybe you can even draw the sternum back a little bit more. Stretch out that shoulder even more. Please unwind. And we'll switch sides. So left arm stretches up. And bring it all the way under. Extend the right leg if that felt good. You don't have to. I can always get more on the back of my head and really stretch out the left side of my body, drawing the sternum back. Good, and then come on up. Hands are still slightly in front of the shoulders. Swivel your right foot, extend your left, and come on up to that side plank variation. And then just bend your top elbow, lift your heart a little bit more. Good, and come on down. Switch. So swivel the left foot, right foot extends long. Side plank variation, bend the elbow, lift the heart. Good, stretch it up and come on down. Pausing there, still getting warm, extend the right leg and really being mindful of your core, the left arm. And now bend your right knee and think to yourself more like a cow. As you lift your heart, maybe reach your left hand back, see if you can find the foot. So opposite hand and foot. Good, kick back a little bit. Rib cage stays back, but your heart comes forward. Good, release. And come on down, take a child's pose. Let everything relax. Jeanette and I have the same idea. Take off a layer if you need to. And then making your way back up. Stay really strong in your core. Left leg extends. And right arm. Stay super strong in your core. Bend the left knee. Think more like a cow. Reach back, see maybe that foot's available. Kick it back. Oh my. Rib cage is back. Heart's forward. Good, and release. Good, bring the hands forward a little bit more. Curl the toes, come on up. Downward facing dog. And just feel it out. Walk your doggy. Come forward to plank. Check out your core, your shoulders. You can lower your knees first if you need to, or just lower to the mat. Stretch your feet long, stretch your arms long. Long side body, head of the arm bones back. So the shoulder blades are on the back. Draw your rib cage back. Lift your head, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs if it feels good. Think long, long, all the way from the toes to the top of the head. One more breath. And lower down. Just press the toes down and come to regular cobra. Good, and release down. And just roll to your right side and bend your right knee so it's in front of you. And you can either support your head with your right hand or just lay your head on your arm. For me, that feels better. And then just see, is your left hip stacked on top of your right? And then you're just gonna lift and lower that leg in a straight line or maybe slightly behind you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then come to a place kind of in the middle and just bring the foot back and forward without moving your hips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Pause right in that spot in the middle there, and then start to make small circles. The foot. Remember, your hips aren't moving. 9, 10. Now reverse the direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And roll all the way to your other side. Bending the left knee, lifting the right, making sure the hips stacked on top of the other hip. And just begin moving it up and down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then forward and back. Try not to move the hips. 9, 10. And then little circles. Nine, 10, and switch. Good. And then release. Roll back onto your bellies. Stretching the feet long. Come up to cobra again. And lower down. Curl your toes. Push back. Down dog. And walk your hands back to your feet. Come to a forward fold back there. Just kind of sway. See, check in. Sure you're grounded. And then rolling up slowly to standing. Just swing your arms side to side a little bit. Good. And then pause and stand on your right foot and lift your left knee. Checking in with your balance today. And release. And switch. Use your core. Good. And release. Switch sides again. This time we're going to add a little bit of something. So take your right hand to your left knee. Find stability. And then maybe twist to your left. Stretch your arm back. And unwind and come up. Other side. Lift the knee first. Find stability. Find your core. Reach the left hand across. And then maybe twist. Dance a little. And unwind. Good. If you want to try the full pose, you're going to lift the leg. See if you can find the outside of the foot with your right hand. Extend the leg. Not happening for me today, I don't think. Maybe stretch the right arm back. So try it. Just play with it. You can do the knee again too if you want. It's not happening for me today. Oh, good. Woohoo! Fun to try sometimes. Come on up to the front of your mat and have your blocks handy. Stretch your arms up. Bend your elbows, lift your heart. Stretch it up. And fold forward. Please step your left foot back to a deep lunge. Just kind of pause there, feel it. Lower the back knee. Bring your hands to the front knee. Feel that. Keep a hold with your left hand, slide your right hand back. So you got to keep that right hip crease back. You're just going to twist to your right and maybe extend your right arm back. Hug to the midline. Good. Unwind. Hands to the blocks. Keep your left hand on the block. Square everything up. Feel connected. Bend your left knee. See if you reach back with your right hand, if you can find that foot there. And then kick it back. Lift your heart. And then stretch the opposite way. So still hugging to the midline. Hug the foot in, stretch out the quad. Be careful with your right shoulder. And release. Good. Lift the back knee, step back. Downward facing dog. Then the left leg, step it through, deep lunge. Let's see how that is feeling. Lower the back knee when you're ready. Come on up, hands to the front thigh. Hug to the midline. Slide your left hand back, keeping that left hip crease back. Twist to your left. Maybe extend the arm. Hugging the knee towards the heel. Heel towards the knee. And unwind. Hands to the blocks. Right hand stays there. Bend the right knee. Reach the left hand back. See that foot's available. And then lift up a little bit. Kick the foot back. Hug your knee and your heel towards each other, but kick the foot back. You'll feel a stretch in your hip crease. And then go the opposite direction. Draw it in. Stretch out the quads. Really hug the knee forward. Good, and release. Lift the back knee, step back. Downward facing dog. And step your feet forward like 1 foot width so you can ground your heels down. You might have to bend your knees to do it. Make sure they're at least hip distance. So you're in kind of a short down dog. Bend your knees slightly. Reach your left hand across to the right shin. And then straighten the legs. Maybe twist and look underneath your right arm. Ooh. Twisted down dog. Good, and unwind. And we'll switch. So right hand to left shin. Just see how it feels. Everything stays grounded. And then unwind. And step your feet up between your blocks. Forward fold, bring your blocks forward a little bit. And just like you did, you don't have to use the blocks here, but if you want to, you can to get a little higher. You're gonna reach your right hand to the left shin first and twist underneath, even in a good, and then unwind and switch. Twisted Uttanasana. Good, unwind. And come all the way up to standing. If your hamstrings are feeling particularly tight, you might want them for this next thing, but you're gonna all turn towards the middle and take a wide stance. And bring your arms out to the side. And just like we did before, reach for your hand. It just feels different in this position. You feel a little stretch in your hips. Good. Good. And then pause there. And you're just going to do opposite hand to up and foot. So right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. We used to do this in gym class when I was a kid. I don't know, you guys are probably too young for that, but it's kind of fun. It's really supposed to be good for your brain to do crossovers like this. Good, and then pause. When you're evened out, bend your knees and fold forward. Use your blocks if you want. And just check out how it feels here. Shake out your head if you want. If you have the weight evenly distributed. And come on up to pranam. So you can come up to fingertips or blocks too. If it's too intense, reach your right hand to your left shin. Twist underneath in this wide stance. Why not? We've done it every other way. Good. And switch. You might have to bend the knees a little bit. Just notice because you want to stay grounded. Your hamstrings are super tight. May not work good. Unwind and fold again. Sometimes I like to reach out and grab my ankles or my shins and just pull in. It feels really good. And then come on up to standing again. And step your feet together. Good. Come back to the front of your mat. Stretch your arms up. And elbows, lift your heart. Try not to scoop your tailbone when you do this. Just feel a nice big curve. And then reach up again and fold forward. Inhale, pranam. And fold. Step back, downward facing dog if you want to use blocks in down dog, you can, but we're gonna not need them here in a minute, so. And then do a little vinyasa, so plank. Mm, mm. Cobra. Good, and fold. Come to your forearms. You guys are all doing really well for this. I want to just stretch out your quads just one more way. So bend your right forearm and your right leg. So you're like just making a fist and pulling your belly towards you. And then reach back with your left hand and see if you can find the foot. And then kick it back, lift the heart forward and the knee up. Good, and then relax and pull it in. Be careful with your left shoulder. Keep broadening your clavicle, staying connected, and release. Good. Switch. So left forearm hugs towards you, left knee bends. Think really connected as you reach back. Maybe find the foot with your hand and kick it back. And then pull it in for a little bit more of a quad stretch. Don't let your knees splay apart. Be careful with your right shoulder. Good, and then come on down. You guys probably guess where we're going here. So bending both knees. See if you can find the feet. If you can't, roll to the side, find one, and then to the other side, find the other one. And then put your forehead down. Just make sure your knees aren't splaying apart. Think blossom butt by pushing into the knees. And then draw your low belly up, draw your rib cage back, lift your head, your shoulders, and kick back. Maybe lift your knees. Just feel it. Breathing and release. Good. Bring your palms underneath your forehead. I want to do that pose one more time. Play with it. Actually, go ahead and sit back to a child's pose and round your back for a moment. And come up on fingertips, really round it. Oh. And then slide back forward. Find your feet. And kick back. Try not to skip the tailbone. Just feel length and opening and release. Push back to that rounded child's pose. And then come up to seated on your heels if that feels good. You don't have to. Okay. So next we're gonna try a full wheel. So we did wheel. Now we're going to do an Urdhva Dhanurasana, which is an upside down wheel or back bend. So if you want to do it by the wall, it feels really good to have blocks just to lift you a little higher. So you can try that, or you can just do Setu Bandha too. Let me show you if you're, since I'm not the right angle for a wall. If you do it by the wall, the blocks go up against the wall. And then you want them far enough apart that your hands are going to be about shoulder width. And then when you put your hands on, all of your fingers, including your thumb, point towards the floor. And then you just kind of set up for Setu Bandha. And I think rib cage back, armpits hollow. And then maybe I lift my hips. Maybe I lift to the top of my head. I think that again. I have to think rib cage back, heart forward, and then maybe I lift. You want to try that at the wall? Go ahead, or you can try it on your back, full wheel on your back without your blocks too. If you do that, just go slow and mindful. And I'll help you. I'll talk you through. So all your fingers pointing down, elbows up. Yeah, and make sure you might have to be a little bit further away from the wall. It's going to feel awkward, like there's no way. No, your blocks stay there. Lay down one. And then, yeah, and thumbs down too. Yeah, so it feels awkward right now, but once you lift, it'll feel better. Okay, so lift your hips, lift your heart. There you go. Keep yeah, girl. See what I mean about being a little bit further? Yeah, beautiful. And come on down. There
we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's scary.
It is scary. I should have told you to lift your head forward.
That's my head.
Did you? Come a little closer.
To the wall.
Yeah, to the wall. Thumb down. And then, okay, now think. Hips or shoulders back. Yeah. And then
I don't get how to.
That's it. Oh my gosh, I'm not lifting you at all.
Oh, I go up and probably fall on my head.
Okay, so go like that. Yeah. It's
out that
it's mostly I think your shoulders
are not strong.
No, just not flexible enough.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's try one. Go a little closer even yet. And then keep your elbows up and make your armpits hollow. So bring your shoulder blades on your back. Yeah, there you go. Now lift your hips. Yeah.
I just don't even get it.
It's good. You're doing good. Good. Did you do it, Jeanette? Yeah. We'll keep working on it. So hope you guys had fun playing at home. Go ahead and come on back to your spots, or you can stay right by the wall too if you need to. And come on down to your back. Just hug your knees in. Roll side to side. You want to grab your knees, make little circles with your knees, just feeling your pelvis move, and just a little massage on your low back. And switch. Good. And then bring the feet down, bring them wide, arms in cactus. Just do some windshield wipers. You can go fast or slow, pause where it feels like a therapeutic stretch. And then next time your knees are up, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. Bring the hands on the belly. Bring the knees up. Hug them in again. Even roll up into a little ball. Knees, nose to knees. And then come on back down and stretch out for well-deserved Savasana. And as you settle in, imagine the sun on your face again. Feel the sun warming your face, your chest, belly, your thighs, your feet, your hands. That sunlight seeps inside, warms you, relaxes you. Allowing you to just be totally supported by the floor. The world is a work in progress. We are the architects of a better world. In our hearts, we hold compassion, invention, clarity, and hope. We know right action. We know wisdom. We know divine intent. The world is safe in our keeping. We are loving, we are wise, we are good. We can change our world for the better. We can bring our best to the world. The whole world lies within each of us. Our every thought and act touch all. We are powerful. We are powerful. As we make our inner worlds gentle, harmonious, and joyful, we bring those qualities to the world, which all of us share. We cherish the world which we share. We bless the world and those we share with it. That's from Julia Cameron. Paying attention to your breath again. Just feel it move in and out. Think of it as sunshine every time you take a drink in of breath. It spreads a little sunshine around within you, and then every time you exhale, that spreads a little sunshine around everyone else. Start to move small ways. Gleam fingers, toes, arms, legs. Eventually drawing your knees in, taking your time, roll to the right, push on up. I'm heading up to the winter games this weekend, and they have a polar plunge there. And I don't think I'm going to do it, but I like to think I could just mentally create heat in my body, be able to do something like that. Bring hands to heart center. So maybe you can practice that on your own too. So grateful to each of you. Such an honor to be able to teach you this morning. Namaste. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you guys. Oh, see if I can get up.
Thanks, Lisa.